now moment, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with you as always. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here. And we just ask that you bring an open mind and an open heart to your listening experience. And to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality. While listening, you will be exposed to inspiring, empowering, and unifying perspectives that I'm highly confident will yield stellar results in your life if you opt to try them on for size. Also, if you're a longtime P-Head listener, you know I have been diligently working on producing episodes for my new late-night style, consciousness-elevating video talk show, Optimystic. Well, after a year plus in the making, I am thrilled to announce that we will be releasing Season 1's episodes weekly beginning March 15th, and I'm asking for your help to spread the love and to let your friends and family know about Optimystic when it's released. In exchange for taking a minute to share our Episode 1 teaser video on March 15th, or whenever you're hearing this, up through the end of April, we're giving you monthly memberships to not one, but two consciousness-expansive online content portals from two of my very favorite teachers and healers that are valued at over $50 a month, as well as entering your name into a drawing to win a free week at the Mystic Manor for a retreat immersion valued at $2,950, where the winner will be chosen in April. Otherwise, if you're interested in hearing more details about the rewards you'll receive for supporting, we'll send you a video that goes into detail when you text the word Mystic to the number 22999. You can also go to optimystic.tv to see several other videos, including the Optimistic show trailer and two videos that discuss the week-long retreat immersion, as well as details of what the Mystic Manor immersion entails and how you can book a week to come stay with us, even if you don't win the raffle. All right, all you positive heads, welcome, welcome. Here we grow again. It is a fabulous Friday here in the studio, and I am solo today. We had originally scheduled to have retreat guests this week, and California is currently on a safer at home order from the governor. And so, yeah, no retreat guests this week. We've done a reschedule, and here I am in this metamorphosis, in this caterpillar to the butterfly moment. We're somewhere in between a chrysalis and a crisis. Which is it? Which perspective are you adopting? I am adopting the chrysalis perspective. It feels so much like that to me. It feels so much like, oh, wow. You know, this is real. These transformations are real. It's a part of nature. We've seen it in nature. What are we other than a collective organism? And what's happening? The collective organism is going through some sort of a transformation. I actually read the supposed channeling from the coronavirus a few episodes ago. And what I loved about that message was this idea like, okay, there is a process involved here where DNA codes are being upgraded and lessons are being learned. And I love taking that perspective on, choosing that story, right? Abracadabra, I create as I speak. So whatever story I'm telling is the one that becomes real for me, I believe. So it's so important in these times that we tell the right story. And it is easy to look at nature and see, oh, there's all kinds of transformations. Look at the butterfly. Look at the dragonfly. Look at the snake that sheds its skin. There's always these things that happen. There's been all kinds of problems, if you will, in the past from one perspective that ended up being mutations in our DNA that actually led to something really good, right? This is how evolution takes place. And so here we are in this time when something unprecedented is happening for anyone that's alive and hearing this. This is unprecedented. And so it feels very much like a metamorphosis, going into the chrysalis. We're all going within, right? Symbolically being told to stay at home, go within, examine your current situation and be with yourself in a way you haven't had to be, or, where you're almost forced in a sense, currently based off of the situation. So I think it's really, really important that we get the right message and we tell the right story here. And so today, I know we've been talking about it a lot. The whole world's talking about it a lot. And it is what's most alive and present and relevant now. So here we go. I'm going to explore this a little bit further. I'm going to talk about, this idea of a chrysalis or crisis. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking with me today. Well, yes and no. I'm going to share a clip from episode 1 of the new show Optimystic that I've been saying for months and months is a good virus that's coming out. And what do you know? The day synchronistically that it was released on March 15th was the same day that we first started the sort of closing of public businesses and so forth here in the Los Angeles area anyway, where I'm located. So, same day, this thing that I've been saying in my own private movie, telling the story that it's optimistic as a good virus. We have the yin and yang showing itself in some certain way to me in my own personal journey, and now to you guys as I'm sharing. And so it's a powerful thing when you realize how personal this YO universe is, how much it's reflecting you back to you. And so, I'm going to share a clip from episode 1. And if you haven't checked out episode 1 yet, wow, we put a year plus in the making. So many of you listening have come to the Mystic Manor for a retreat and co-created the episodes that are forthcoming. Every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we'll be releasing. We say late night just woke up. It's like late night style, consciousness elevating variety show. There's live music, live painting, soul share interviews, retreat guests, heads that have been listening that came and spent a week here at the Mystic Manor, all rolled into one show, and you can check it out at optimystic.tv. And for those of you who would like to maybe come and be a part of it in the future, no better time than the present to schedule out beyond all of this. I do anticipate our pricing going up with, a new show and new audience and all those things. As for now, obviously we have spots and we're rescheduling some folks in the immediate future. But if you're interested, check out optimystic.tv for, videos all about it and information all about the retreats, as well as go to calendly.com/mystic deal. And you can have a discussion with one of the elves over here, as I call them, to discuss what it would look like to come out and spend a week-long transformational retreat journey here with us. So with all that being said, super, super grateful to be experiencing this with each and every one of you. We are in it. We are in the chrysalis. You are doing it. You made it to this point. Congratulations. Don't allow fear to take hold. Instead, be optimistic. Believe in all the goodness that is coming that will be on the other side of this. Like Richard Rudd says, trust everything. And I trust this, and I hope you are learning to trust it. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with a little clip from Optimistic episode 1, my very first opening monologue, which is another part of the variety show. I get up and do an opening monologue in front of the live audience. And so I shared a little bit about the journey of the butterfly, the caterpillar to the butterfly, that it feels so relevant to what's going on the planet right now. And then synchronistically, my good friend, brother from another alien, Shane, who lives in Bali, just shared with me out of nowhere a spoken word / guided meditation that talks about metamorphosis, and it's super powerful. I highly, highly recommend. So I'm going to play the 2 clips back to back. First, me talking on Optimistic episode 1. You want to see the whole episode, of course, go to optimystic.tv. And then I'm also going to share the next clip is by Kokopelli Kailash, and that's the song is called, or the track rather is called Metara, Metara. If you guys want to find it, you can find it on SoundCloud. But Kokopelli Kailash, and what's funny about that, I'm just realizing is I had another friend who was calling saying, oh, let's call the coronavirus something, more friendly. And they suggested calling it Coco. So here's Kokopelli Kailash. Can't make this stuff up, guys. It's wild. It's wild how it all works. It's all reflections reflecting you back to you. You got this. You are in it. You are in the process of sprouting your butterfly wings, as you'll hear talked about in both of these clips. With that being said, I love you all so much. Until next time, journey well. Society has been a caterpillar destroying everything. And that's basically, if you know the story of the caterpillar, that's what it does. Once it's born, it eats everything in its path. It destroys all the leaves. It's, just eating. Then one day, all of a sudden, a Imaginelle cell, they call it, pops up.
And at first, the caterpillar is like, what is this? This Imaginell cell. This is, it's an invader. Kill it, destroy it. And they do. The caterpillar cells went out and the Imaginell cell is destroyed. But then another one pops up. And then another one pops up. And then after a while, they all start working together. And then the tide really turns at that point. There becomes a point where the Imaginell cells take over. And they basically, this is the end of the caterpillar and the beginning of the butterfly. It goes into the chrysalis. And it takes all that destruction that the caterpillar created, it basically melts down into a goo that fuels the Imaginell cells. It feeds off the destruction, the pain that was caused, and turns that into the butterfly. It's born from that. And that's exactly what's happening with our society right now. We are transitioning into the butterfly that we're all meant to become, collectively and individually.
And if you're feeling the call to come for a week retreat-style Mystic Manor immersion, remember to go now and book your time to speak with me directly about stepping into the Optimystic vortex at calendly.com/talkwithbrandon while there are still spots left. Otherwise, I look forward to co-creating magic with you at the Mystic Manor.
You two to one to see. Bringing the light down into the darkest ground, releasing the dark side into the light, bringing the light down into the darkest ground, releasing the dark side into